Everything Sweet Baby Inc. touches turns to trash. There's not been a single game that's released with no controversy that they've been attached to, and it looks like Wolverine is next on the chopping block because we were already extremely skeptical when we heard all of those story leaks and also saw some images of Jean Grey, but it looks like it's going to be even worse than we could have imagined because now we're getting our look at Mystique, which people are not happy with. It just seemed like it was going to be a CGI fest, and a lot of people are not happy. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, this game is not going to come out until the end of 2026, so maybe they could tweak some of these designs, maybe they could change some story elements up, but I highly doubt it. We know that Insomniac and Sweet Baby Inc. have partnered several times at this point, and that means Insomniac knows how controversial they are, and really they're just giving gamers and comic book fans the finger. They don't care about respecting source material or really just giving fans what they want out of a product. You would think that when your audience skews primarily male, you would want to create very sexy women and strong masculine men. And you would, of course, want to be able to capture your audience's attention, but really, they're doing that just in a very bad and negative way. So let's start off with this article. It says, Wolverine trailer shows off bloody action at State of Play, but Sweet Baby Inc. concerns weigh on fans. I completely understand why so many people are so skeptical. Even if you think the gameplay itself looks okay, stay cautiously optimistic because Sweet Baby Inc. is a company that is hired to ruin products. They are not hired to make sure it's in line with source material because these people don't know the source material. They are hired to make sure that a game is appealing to the modern audience, aka sensitive snowflakes on social media. One thing that I thought was really weird about this trailer that I had said while I was live streaming the State of Play is the fact that 90% of the enemies that Wolverine is beating up are minorities. So I just have a very sneaking suspicion that it's going to be about his white privilege and him coming to terms with that and him trying to become a better man. I just have a feeling that that is not a coincidence, that's for sure. So it says the long-awaited Wolverine trailer has finally slashed its way online, giving PS5 owners their first real look at Insomniac's upcoming Marvel project. The footage was everything fans hoped for, brutal, bloody, and packed with cinematic flair. Wolverine's claws cut through henchmen, Omega Red made a menacing appearance, and even Mystique showed up in a surprise role. Now, I don't think that the gameplay itself looks that bad. I think that this game, though, doesn't look close to being finished. It looks very unpolished. A lot of the textures looked kind of bizarre, and that doesn't mean that the next year, they're not going to fix those things up, but at the same time, this is what they felt confident in showing. This is how they wanted to market their product, and so I'm going to criticize it, and I do think it looks a little bit undercooked. It says Omega Red's inclusion as a villain delighted X-Men enthusiasts, while Mystique's surprise appearance sparked another type of discussion. Many fans on social media criticized her design, saying it followed a familiar AAA gaming trend of making iconic female characters look less conventionally attractive. Now, where Mystique can, of course, change her form, it's just shocking that she could change herself to look any type of way and look like any sort of person, and this is what she wants to look like. And I'm sure that we're going to get a lot more of her in the game. I don't think that she's just going to be a very quick appearance. I think that they are going to try to heavily market the game with her. But at the same time, this is the face they wanted Mystique to have. And when it comes to shape-shifting characters in things like games and movies, of course, you need marketability. You can't constantly have a character change around their look. They have to have like one look that they go back to so they can slap her face on posters and in trailers and wallpapers, things like that. And if this is really the face that they're showing in the trailer, this is the face they want you to remember her by, which is horrendous. Now, Sweet Baby Inc. is affiliated with this game in many different ways. We've had this confirmation for a long time. They helped ruin games like Kill the Justice League and Spider-Man 2, and it looks like, yes, this is going to be their next game. They previously, back in 2021, had said, so excited and grateful to say we're part of the teams bringing Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine to life with the amazing folks at Insomniac Games. It's been a truly marvelous experience, and of course, when Sweet Baby Inc. starts working on a game, that is going to lead to major boycotts, that's going to lead to major backlash, and it's going to lead to a lot of people saying, nope, I am not going to buy this unless it's in a $5 bargain bin, which is totally understandable. The people at Sweet Baby Inc. have absolutely no respect for fans, for characters, and they will help ruin certain storylines if it means they ultimately are getting paid. They're not getting paid to respect material, they're getting paid to fuck it up even further. It's pretty bad if you need to hire people to go over your work. Maybe if you suck so much at your job, you don't deserve to have it. But we do have several pieces of confirmation that yes, Sweet Baby Inc. is working on this title. And if you really needed more confirmation, Mystique's new look is definitely all you really need to know, all you really need to see. She's flat as a board in the chest, flat as a board on her backside. You know, the hair length is really bizarre, at least from what we're seeing. It really just kind of is the berries and cream little lad cut. I just don't really like it. Maybe it will be styled differently throughout the game. I'm sitting here coping, okay? She looks like a man. She's got the man jaw, she's got the man face. Can't say I'm shocked that they went in this direction. She just looks really bad overall. She's got no feminine element to her or essence to her, and I am sad that this is the type of character, of course, that they're bringing to our screens and that they think we actually want, or really they know that we don't want, but they're going to double down anyway. Be a shapeshifter. Your sole ability is to be able to look like whatever you want. Choose to look like this. Yeah, out of every type of person, every type of character that she could look like, this is the direction they went in. There have been some people saying that she loosely resembles Rebecca Romijn, and I personally disagree. I don't see that here at all whatsoever, but Rebecca Romijn was a knockout. She was a bombshell. She looked absolutely gorgeous, and this character, this Mystique that they're going for, doesn't look that way at all whatsoever. I'm not buying that. They specifically hid Potato Face Jean Grey for this trailer. Yeah, judging by the leaks we had previously seen, she looked horrific, and they thought that this was the better looking woman. Major red flag here. Look at Mystique in 2009, X-Men Origins, Wolverine PS3. Yeah, she looked like a woman. She had hips, she had curves, she had a chest, she looked pretty, and she also, to top that off, was a little bit more muscled. She had a little bit more going for her, but she generally looked really freaking good. Pre-ordering the deluxe edition, congratulations. If you think this game looks good, buy it. I hope you play it. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not sitting here telling people to buy or to not buy something, but just know the types of individuals that you are supporting with your purchase, because Sweet Baby Inc. is making money off of this. There are so many amazing arts of Mystique out there that look so much more feminine and look so much more graceful and so much sexier, and I'm just really sad that we don't seem to be getting that here. So I'll definitely be keeping my eye on this. I'm curious to see if, of course, we get any official confirmation that Sweet Baby is still working on it, because it has been several years, right? Maybe Sweet Baby's work was cut out and this is just the horrors that Insomniac themselves came up with. But after the disappointment that was Spider-Man 2, story-wise and design-wise, I like the combat. I have a lot of criticisms with Insomniac in general, and of course, Sweet Baby Inc. doesn't help this case. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this important and informative, make sure to give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.